My best man proposed to the maid of honor at my wedding, so I pretended to forgive him and waited a full year so I could announce our pregnancy at their wedding. The day they ruined my wedding, I watched it all unfold in slow motion. My best friend since college stood up during the reception, started his best man speech. Then halfway through, he got down on one knee, not to me, to the maid of honor. He pulled out a ring. She screamed yes. They kissed like they were the only ones in the room. When they finally looked around, expecting applause, they got silence instead. Then my drunk uncle threw his beer at them. Then my cousin. Then half the wedding party. They ran out soaking wet, mascara streaming down her face. My dad literally tripped him on the way out. Everyone kept apologizing to me. Your wedding is ruined. What a selfish move. Cut him off completely. But I didn't explode. I walked outside, found them in the parking lot, and said the words that would start my revenge. Hey man, I forgive you. He looked shocked. Really? Yeah, I lied. You're my best friend. We'll get past this. My wife grabbed my arm when I came back inside. What are you doing? Playing chess, I whispered. Not checkers. The texts started immediately. Dozens of apologies. Hundreds of messages. I responded to every single one. It's okay. Water under the bridge. Let's move forward. 2 weeks later, he called. I want to make it up to you. Let me take you to dinner. I went, smiled, laughed at his jokes, acted like nothing happened. My wife was 3 months pregnant by then. We'd found out a week after the wedding. We told no one. Not our parents, not our siblings. No one. When are we announcing? She asked. At his wedding, I said. She stared at me, then slowly smiled. You're evil. I learned from the best, I said, kissing her forehead. The months crawled by. I stayed the perfect friend. When he proposed officially in private, I congratulated him. When he asked me to be his best man, I said yes immediately. Really? After what I did? He asked, shocked. What are friends for? I said. My wife's bump grew. We wore baggy clothes around people, made excuses for why she wasn't drinking. Antibiotics, stomach issues, training for a marathon. His wedding planning kicked into high gear. I helped with everything. Venue scouting, tasting cakes, picking flowers. I was the most supportive best man imaginable. The maid of honor tried texting my wife once. My wife blocked her immediately. I'm not that good of an actor, she said. 6 months pregnant, 7, 8. The bump was impossible to hide now. We stopped going to group events. Work is crazy, I'd say. She's not feeling well. Finally, their wedding day arrived. I got there early, helped set up chairs, pinned on boutonnieres, was in every wedding photo they wanted. The ceremony was beautiful. They exchanged vows. Everyone cried. They kissed. The crowd erupted. During the cocktail hour, he pulled me aside. Thank you for being here, for forgiving me. I know what I did was messed up, but you're a real friend. I hugged him. Wouldn't miss this for the world. Reception started. Dinner was served. Then came the toasts. The maid of honor went first, talked about their love story, how they realized they were meant for each other at our wedding. She actually said that out loud. My wife squeezed my hand under the table. Now? She whispered. Now, I said. I stood up, clinked my glass. The room went quiet. I just want to say how incredibly happy I am for both of you, I started. My voice was steady, calm, warm even. He smiled at me, relieved. He thought he'd gotten away with it. Seeing your love bloom has been inspiring. In fact, I paused for effect. It inspired us too. I reached into my jacket pocket, pulled out the folded ultrasound photo, held it up. We're pregnant, due in 4 weeks. The room exploded, but not for them. My mom screamed. My wife's parents rushed over. Friends jumped up, hugging us. The photographer actually turned around and started shooting us instead. Wait, you're pregnant? Someone yelled. How far along? 9 months, my wife said, standing up, letting her dress show the bump she'd been hiding. You've been pregnant this whole time? I watched his face drain of color. His new wife's mouth hung open. Their DJ, caught up in the moment, started playing celebration music for us at their wedding. Guests crowded our table. Why didn't you tell us? This is amazing. When did you find out? About a week after our wedding, I said loudly, making sure he heard. We wanted to wait for the right moment to announce. The irony wasn't lost on anyone. People started looking between us and the bride and groom. You could see them connecting the dots. He stood there, frozen at his own reception. His photographer was shooting us. His DJ was playing for us. His guests were celebrating us. His bride grabbed his arm. Do something, she hissed. But what could he do? Stand up and complain that we'd stolen his moment after what he did? My wife stood next to me, one hand on her belly, the other in mine. She leaned close. Was it worth the wait? I looked at him, standing there helpless, watching his wedding become about us, finally understanding what he'd done to us. Every single day,